Committee meeting to order. And we'll start, I'm going to ask Ron Campanera to start with the DA's position.
Okay, DA Chaika would like to refund the position of court liaison. This is not a new position. It's a position that he has had in his budget before. And he did not fund it in this year's budget, but with the increase, with the courts reopening and with the bail reform law that has to go into place of providing defendant attorneys and so forth with all the necessary paperwork and videos, he needs his position filled ASAP. So he's going to not fill two clerk positions that he had budgeted in his position. And when you combine that with plus the overtime that will be saving by this position, it actually turns out to be a budget neutral position for this year in our budget.
Okay, any questions? Entertain a motion. We had a motion by Ron Knott. Second?
Jim Guzzi.
Jim Guzzi. Discussion.
I just had a quick question, Ron, that you might or might not know the answer to. The two clerical positions that are kind of being used to pay for this position, are they just not needed because of COVID? And could it be that going into 2022's budget, we would need all three? We would need to continue this new position plus add back in the two clerical?
Yes, it's a combination of both. Basically, they're not needed, and they're part-time positions, and this position right here will fill the need for that.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next, Kevin McDonald.
Good afternoon, folks. I would like to fill a vacant budgeted site manager position at a salary of $17,235. Whether folks know it or not, we're planning on starting to reopen some of our senior centers sometime starting next month with a couple of them, and then each month adding maybe one or two more on till hopefully we get most of them all open by the end of the summer. This position's has been vacated since this past December due to a retirement. But like I said, we're getting ready to gear up to start reopening some of our sites, and we're going to need this position filled to do so.
Okay,
I'll move the resolution.
we have a motion. Supervisor Holtling, second.
Second.
Supervisor Guzzi. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Carried. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Next is Dan Almasi.
Good afternoon, everybody. What you're looking at is a resolution to backfill a vacancy. We had a recent resignation, so we would like to backfill the PSW title with a lower grade title, either a 17C or an 18C, behavioral health social worker or senior behavioral health social worker.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Jim Guzzi.
I'll second.
Second, Supervisor Holtling. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Suzette, you're up.
Hello, thank you. As many of you are aware, we do have shared service agreements with a number of municipalities to provide services for reassessments in those municipalities. And currently we're working on data verification for the 2022 projects in the town of Ghent and the town of Chatham. I am requesting today to hire a temporary part-time data collector position so that we can finish up the data verification for the Ghent and Chatham projects in time for valuation that will have to be done later this year. We are running By the time we're done with Ghent, we're running a couple of months behind for various reasons. And we have about 3,200 parcels left to data verify. So I am requesting a temporary part-time data collector position.
Okay,
I'll move that.
we have a motion by Jim Guzzi,
I'll second it.
second Ron Knott. You know, this position not only is a revenue producer for the county, but it saves the municipalities who are participating in this.
Suzette, do you feel that we're gonna need to get a full-time position soon for this, you know?
I don't feel that we're going to need an additional one for projects after this. But, you know, I do think that COVID has had part of an issue with this delay, has been part of an issue with this delay amongst other things. But I don't feel at this point that we do need another data collector full-time. No.
You might ought to check on Kevin.
Yeah. So do we have a motion and a second, Kelly?
We do.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oop.
Tony,
Hey, how's everybody doing? First one, for the 2 vacant positions of senior motor equipment operator 1, and any vacancies created from that. It's a grade 13A base salary, $47,894. These would be promotional, and then trickle down to motor 1s. That's it.
okay, we need a motion.
I'll move
Make
that.
a mo-
Motion, Ron Knott, second.
Scalera.
Blair. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Next, I'm looking to fill the vacant position of skilled laborer 2. This is the out of the machinery fund. A grade 12C base salary of $46,083. This has been vacant since last year as well.
I'll move that.
All right, we have a motion, second.
I'll second it.
Second, Ron Knott. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Matt, may I say something while we're on Public Works?
Yep,
I was so saddened to hear about Knox
Yes.
yep,
today.
terrible.
That's horrible.
Thanks.
Next, a vacant position of general foreman. This will be promotional from the civil service list. At the 2021 base salary of $74,521. At this time, we're looking to not do a backfill, just for budget reasons. Of course, the salary level is contingent upon the years of service of the employee that's appointed. And this, again, this is promotional from the civil service list.
Need a motion?
This is budgeted?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I'll make it. Scalera.
I'll second it. Second it, Ron Knott. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Thanks. Sheriff, you're up.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I want to echo what Supervisor Guzzi just said. Tony, from all of us here at the Sheriff's Office, our thoughts are with all of your family, and we're very, very sorry. Great guy.
Absolutely, one of the best.
Yes, he was. The first resolution, personnel request form requesting authorization to fill a vacant and budgeted full-time sergeant's corrections officer position, as well as any backfills. This will do to a resignation.
I'll move it.
Motion Supervisor Hoatling, second.
Second.
Second, Supervisor Guzzi. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye. I'm sorry, I coughed. I did have a question. A sergeant resigned?
Yes, he found a job that paid more money than, and had better benefits.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Next request, actually the next two requests are to fill the authorized and budgeted deputy sheriff's position. I had two deputy sheriffs resign.
Motion,
I'll move that.
motion Supervisor Guzzi, second.
Seconded.
Second, Art Basson. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
The next is to, Chrissy will be retiring, our full-time cook, our head cook. It's a budgeted and approved position, so I'm requesting permission to fill that when she retires on July 30th. And then, of course, any vacancies to fill after that, because I'm sure it'll come up through from within. We've got some great cooks in the facility.
I'll move it.
Motion Supervisor Hoatling,
Second.
second Supervisor Basson. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
And the last will be request to fill a vacant, not vacant, but soon to be vacant, chief corrections officer, the captain of the jail, and any backfills. Captain Gardner's done a spectacular job over his career, and he's going to kick back and enjoy life now, and he's going to be retiring in the beginning of July.
Shame on him.
So we need a motion.
I'll move
I'll
it.
move it.
A motion by Supervisor Hoatling. Who seconded that?
I'll second it.
Second, Art Basson. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Sheriff. Last but not least, our county treasurer. You're on, you're muted.
Loving technology. So, as we've discussed in the last couple budget meetings, part of the consolidation of the Beacon mental health billing into the treasurer's office would require the elevation of one of the employees in the treasurer's office to be required to move up a grade so that she could oversee the people underneath of her. And that is part of this request. Like I said, we've taken $150,000 out of the 2021 budget already in savings. And even with this request and this upgrade, we'll still realize about an additional $31,000 a year moving forward in savings.
I'll move that.
I have a motion, Jim Guzzi,
Second, Scalera.
second Scalera. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Any more, Kelly?
That's it, Chairman.
Anything else anybody needs to bring up? All right, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second, Supervisor Basson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you all.
Have a good day, guys. Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.